All right, so here's a brain teaser. Don't use any AI, and I want you to follow along with me as I try to name assets more valuable than Luka Doncic in the NBA at the time that Luka Doncic was traded from the Mavericks. Don't use your internet. Don't Google anything. This is totally off the spur of the moment. This is just potential ones you think might be more valuable, a trade asset, than Luka Doncic. Go ahead, give it a shot. All right, so I mean, the first one that comes to mind would be Giannis, right? Spelled his name wrong, but you know what? We're just gonna call him Freak. All right. Then the second one, maybe Jokic. That's it, right? Just freaking Jokic, right? I mean, those are the only guys that. Oh well, Shy. That's debatable, but Shy did win the chip. But I think he had a better team in the finals than the Mavericks had when they went to the finals. I think but that's debatable. And he has an MVP, which I don't know what Jokic and Doncic were so close for a lot of MVPs. Like I don't know. You could go either way with it, I guess. But yeah, that's it, isn't it? And so this dude named Nico Harrison, right? He goes GM, former GM of the Mavericks. He goes, you know what? There's only like three guys in the league. And to me personally, there's like, unless Doncic really wanted to leave Dallas, these are the only three guys where you just go like, yeah, this is what we might potentially get rid of Luka Doncic for, right? So what he did was, uh, let's just erase this. He got Anthony Davis, right? And what else? That's I think people be like first round draft pick, second round draft pick, right? To me, it goes. You got Anthony Davis. This is what you got for Luka Doncic. Like for real, because like people look at all this other stuff for the trades. When it comes down to trading, who gets the best player? Period. Most of the time, who gets the best player? Like a lot of people kind of look towards the Thunder for how they get a lot of draft picks, but think about it. They get rid of George. They get rid of Westbrook. Durant left. That was an asset they did not trade. Like Anthony, you trade these guys. I'm pretty sure Anthony walked, but Carmelo Anthony. You trade these guys and they didn't. None of them are of the man. You can debate Paul George was a very hot commodity back then. You can. None of those are on the level of trading someone like Luka Doncic, a young, budding, well, some would say, a already great superstar, MVP candidate every single year, and their reasoning was fat. Maybe is a man fat who can be in the MVP conversation? Is he in better shape now that he's in LA? Yes. I think was there a world where he could have been in just as good a shape in Dallas? I think so. I think so. Like I don't subscribe to the fact that he went to LA and like a revenge spurn lover, he says I'm gonna hit the gym and hit the weights and to make sure Dallas regrets trading me. I just that is a school of thought. I I think he was ready for a change. He was ready to take that leap, and that's what he did. So he got fired, right? The question is why. Now here's some things I have in my mind. ownership, because Nico was building the team around Luka just until Mark Cuban was expunged from leadership. Uh, maybe big headedness. I'll put gambling here just in case, collusion. The NBA, because if you think about it, the overall health of the NBA is best when there's a great star in LA. Always been like that. Uh, and there's no coincidence where most of the flag bearers of the league, besides that aberration called Michael Jordan, have gone through LA or a major market, because Chicago is a major market. So yeah, if there's a good player somewhere that's not LA or these major markets, they're gonna get them over there. I wouldn't be surprised at some point Shy is traded from the OKC Thunder to a bigger market. You know, but that remains to be seen. So ownership, big headedness. You could say maybe he was thinking he was smarter than everyone else. That definitely occurs when you were a college educated. You're a smart guy. That could definitely happen. Gambling. Better to gamble on games in LA. You know, so and ownership. This is a very interesting one because people have been blaming the ownership for a lot of this stuff and being out of touch and all this stuff. It is the GM's job to be in touch. It's not ownership's job to be in touch. Your owner says, "Hey, let's trade Luka Doncic." You say, "Nah." And then if they say, "Well, you do it anyway or I'll fire you," you'd be like, "Okay." And then if their next job asks you why ownership fired you, you said they wanted me to trade Luka Doncic. Seems straightforward to me. So out of this whole situation with Nico Harrison, just me going through my little thought experiment right here. I am no closer to an answer of why this man went completely nuts and traded Luka Doncic. I am no closer. Is what it is.